Hey guys, Kipz here. Making this video because a lot of you have been asking for my UI and what add-ons I use. I've unfortunately been procrastinating it, however here I am, so I will break it down into sections for you guys. I don't use too many add-ons, however there's a couple add-ons put together that make things happen that you see. So I'll start with just the basics first. I obviously use WeakAuras. I'm not a fan of WeakAuras, but the two WeakAuras I use are my shard counter. I have a WeakAura right here that pops up for when I have a Nightfall proc. And I also have a WeakAura to where I get it when I get in combat. It puts a circle around my mouse so that way I don't lose my cursor when I'm fighting in PvE and PvP. Honestly, I don't like it, but I do lose my mouse in PvE a lot. So I just keep it. It's also good for telling you when you're in combat and out of combat. So once you're in combat, it'll light up as a circle, and when you're out of combat, it'll disappear, so you know when you can mount or drink. So that's why I still use it when I'm PvPing. If you ever wonder what this big ass circle is when you see my videos, that's pretty much the WeakAura. It doesn't, the recording software obviously makes my cursor disappear, but the WeakAura won't disappear, so you can still see where my cursor is. And I apologize for that, but that's just how I play and I really don't care. Biggest question I get is how I get my portrait frame to look the way it looks. So it's actually a mix of 3 to 4 add-ons. Yeah, I think it's 4 add-ons that make this happen. So first off, to get all my buttons and Blizzard UI to be black for aesthetics, I use an add-on called LUA Classic. All it does is basically change it to black and makes it look good. However, that affects every other little thing. For example, like this little elite symbol around me, that's just a little feature from Leatrix Plus that I downloaded just to have that elite status going. However, when it comes to the actual portrait frame and portrait icon, a lot of people ask, how do I have a Warlock icon there? And when I target another player, if I can find one, like here, it's got the Hunter icon. Well, that add-on is called Class Portrait Final, and it basically just replaces that portrait with the class icon. To make the class colors your health bar and your name, I use an add-on called Classic Color. And for aura durations, where, for example, if I'm targeting this wolf that's killing, or this hyena that's killing this panther, and I fear it, you see the duration of the fear in the portrait. That add-on right there is called Classic Aura Durations. So that's a mix of like 3 add-ons in one right there. Now, basic classic UI does not show you your dot timers underneath the icon. To get this right here, I actually downloaded these add-ons at the start of launch, so it might be different now. However, you needed to download Debuff Timer and Omni CC to make it work. I haven't messed around with it because it works for me, so you might only need Omni CC to get this to work the way it's working. Oh, by the way, there's my Nightfall proc. So yeah. Next, we're going to talk about the actual nameplates above the target. So I use Neatplates to show my nameplates, and the dot feature above them is a standard feature that comes with Neatplates. It's almost equivalent to tidy plates in retail, if you guys play retail at all. The only downfall about Neatplates is the cast bar. So I've actually disabled the cast bar on Neatplates because it seems to lag and it's not reliable. And I've noticed that when I'm trying to like spell reflect a spell with my trinkets or whatnot. So instead I went ahead and downloaded Classic Castingbar. However, it requires you to set things up yourself. It's a little pain in the butt, but if you're really trying to get the best results, I would probably use that add-on. When it comes to my cast bar, I use eCastingbar, and I just custom color it to purple, just because I'm a Warlock. Nothing really special about it, just a normal cast bar. And then I think last but not least, the biggest question I get are about we all know trinket menu. However, how do I get my helm, belt, boots, offhand to display on the left here? It's basically the same thing as trinket menu. It's called Itemrack. And what it does is, it brings up a menu and you can swap between the different pieces of gear you have. So to set this up, you need to, a lot of people don't know how to set it up, but what you would do is once you have the add-on downloaded, all you do is open up your character screen and hit Alt and right click, and it will pop a piece of gear out. Now obviously I have my add-on locked, so I can't move this, but you can link them and basically like join them together and move them anywhere on your screen. So that is how you use Itemrack to make these bars. You can also use it as outfitter. However, I don't really, I just hellfire to kill myself. So if you're trying to take your gear off. But that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think if there's any other add-ons that I use that you guys might ask about. I don't think so. So if you guys have any more questions or comments, please leave a like and drop a message in the comment section. If you have any questions you just want answered right off the bat, feel free to log on to my server and just message me directly. Other than that, I hope you guys are enjoying Classic, and I'll see you around.